Yeah, there you go. Hey, where do you come from? Go away, zombie. I'm trying to show the people the tree. Hello everyone, this is Polygon Wizard, and welcome back to the F-Team Squad server. Today we're going to do a bunch of wandering around so I can show you guys a lot of things since it's been extra long since the last episode. And I've got a small building project that hopefully we'll have time to get finished. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here we are inside of our house, and as you can see, it looks about the same as last episode. I haven't done much other than putting some bookshelves here, marking this as the spot I want to put an enchanting table, except, you know, I don't have one yet other than the one out there, and I don't want to move it. If I can need to enchant stuff, you know, spawn is just right over there, so it's fine. I don't have to run that far, but, you know, we'll get there eventually. I have to go caving and find me some more diamonds. I'm absolutely, completely out. 0 diamonds on me. Everything else I have a bunch of, so we're going to go outside because I wanted to surprise you with how much sprucing up I've done out here since last episode. Added some trees like this one and that one. There's one on the back side of this here, and these pathways that we've done. So now it looks all nice and kind of settled and civilized because pathways, you know? If bushes are the thing that you put around a build to make it come to life and feel like it's a part of the place, pathways are what you put in around when you have several buildings to kind of like tie them all together and make it feel like a place. Like all together. 2 small things that make a huge difference in your builds. Alright, here's another thing. This sign was different because when I came on once, it was this with the first chest, and then when I came on a day or 2 later, the second chest was on there with this one. So Atira has been doing a bunch of exploring and found a jungle. Brought me 3 jungle saplings, which were in there. They're no longer there because I've moved them elsewhere, put them to good use. But the first time, she had found a mega taiga and brought me some podzol. Pretty sweet. I still don't have silk touch. I need to do that. But again, no diamonds for tools, so it's kind of bottlenecking me there. Can't really do much. So we're going to take this podzol out eventually and put it in our storage in there. But here as well, I just wanted to tell you what I did with this. I put a tree somewhere around here. I think I put 1 dirt block up, but it doesn't really matter. And I forced it to grow a big one by putting, let's say this is where the sapling is. You put a dirt block on either side of like a corner here, and then put a flower on top of each dirt block, and that will force a big tree to grow. And it's different than sometimes you've seen like a tower with torches on it. That will also do it, but then sometimes it gets in the way of the leaves and it, you know, puts a hole in your tree you gotta fix. This way, it's completely, you know, out of the way because it's low enough to the ground that it doesn't do anything. So I just chopped out the trunk and then built my own trunk here, so it's kind of like a big tree leaning over our entrance to our ugly cave there where we just have storage. So that's kind of the differences here at my house. Let's go in town because there's lots of things to show you. First off, my project for the week. And the reason why I haven't done as many episodes is because I started my new job this week. And so I haven't had as much time to play, and the evenings have been a little bit more tired because I've been trying to get up to speed, so it's taking a lot more of my energy than it will once I get kind of settled. But this is my project this week. I got a fence built all the way around the tree farm. And then the entrances, I think every single one is different. So this is what this side looks like here, and you can walk in. And I'm going to clean up a lot of these things here, including up in this corner is what I want to work on today later with you guys. I decided to keep this pool here, but we're going to make it more man-made out of stone and make a fountain, hopefully with a tree. We'll see if it works out. I've got some sort of a thing in my head where it's going to be a tree or tree trunk or made out of wood, something like that, as far as the fountain goes, rather than stone, because you've seen so many stone and brick fountains by now, and some of them are really awesome, but for this space, there's not a whole lot you can do. We might expand it out to this edge of the hill or something, or even make it expand out to here and have it be kind of a terraced off wall, or we can even do like glass to look into the pool of water like it's an aquarium or something. I don't know, there's so many things we could do. I have a very loose guideline in my head of what I want to do with it, so we'll play around with that at some point. Hopefully we get finished today, maybe we won't, I don't know. But I think I'm going to extend these pathways out to these entrances. I'm going to have to clean out this front and I think build a pathway from spawn out here, because this will be kind of one of the main entrances. And if you go around here, we have entrances by where the bridge comes. You have a small one here, another one here, just so that no matter where you're coming from, hopefully there's a way you can get in. So over here we have some of the stuff that Atira's built. We have these two, but we also, she added a cocoa bean farm here. And I just patched it into where I've added jungle trees. Woohoo! So we've got spots for three. Yeah, sorry. 2 are planted. 3 big jungle trees. Wow, that one grew really tall. Nice. And a bunch for, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 of the regular kind, so that we get saplings back. And then I added nether wart down here behind our wheat farm. So most of your plant stuff out here you can get. You could even get vines if you let these grow long enough, but not a super huge deal. Out the back here, I believe this is Big Guy Red's tower. Let's go see. He seemed a lot further out until we expanded the tree farm, and then he's like right next door. Yeah, Big Guy's house. He finally got around to building. He's got a couple of his own farms out here. I was like, I guess we could add community carrots and potatoes in here somehow, but I don't know that that's needed. I don't know. The good thing about this wall is it's easily expanded. It's very modular. Most of the time between the spruce posts, I have 9 spaces, 9 blocks. And then you fill it in with the jungles like 1 step back. But some places like this is a little bit closer together to make room for a door. We still need to make this thing pretty. Or wait, we need to just tear it out. It looks like someone's tearing it out. Okay, well, maybe they're fixing it. I don't know what's going on with that. However, we're going to go to spawn here and look at one more big thing that I've only seen once earlier on when it was being built. So I think there's been quite a bit more work done to it since I've been over here last. So some of this is going to be a surprise to me too. But it's kind of like this cliff river, dock area was one of the big terraforming things done recently. Like the last week or whatever. This week has been a different one, and I haven't gotten a chance to really work on it, but I have come over here. So by Andrewte's little subway rail line, we have a place where Goblin Town is going to be, a big cavern section. And I know Squirt Dude, and I think Atira's done some work down in here, and probably some others. Looks like they put a bunch of podzol down at the bottom. They've definitely added this waterfall. That looks awesome. It was all just stone. And this over here wasn't even complete. And some of this other stuff wasn't complete last time I was out here. This place is huge. I think once we get some like actual bridges and some like shops and things in here, or just whatever, buildings, it's gonna be even cooler. But we've got kind of like the framework of stuff down here. Not everything's safe yet, it looks like, but man, this is really cool. I like it. Okay, there's some sort of a dispenser or something going on there. Don't know what that's about. Yeah, this looks like a temporary walkway. I want to be able to get back out so I'm not just jumping down. So yeah, this seems like it's the big project. Oh, of course there's a ladder, duh. But yeah, this is huge, guys. This is awesome. Whoever's been working on this, big props to all of you. Hopefully I'll be able to get in here and do a project. It looks like a cool place to build something. I'll have to come up with some ideas, see what we can do. And we're back at the entrance. Yay! Looks like there's a huge smelting operation and lots of storage chests. So it happens when you dig out a gigantic hole in the ground. So yeah, like I was mentioning before, let's see. We'll walk around this way just because. I don't think there's anything new over here. Oh, wait. Nice. I know they'd added the chicken on top of that. That's pretty cool. I like it. Whoever built that, you're awesome too. Everybody's awesome, right? Somebody had teamed to Fultron's F over there. Yeah, I just love the look of this mountain at night. It's really cool. Ooh, let's go over here towards the arena while we talk a little bit, because I haven't been over here either. Follow beacons to Mesa Nether portal from Big Guy. Of course, yeah, they've been building nether tunnels to these different places. So we found a mesa now. We got the ice spikes and stuff. I don't know if they've completed tunnels to every single one yet, but I know they were working on them. Ooh, buddy, this is starting to look really cool. But yeah, like I said earlier, I started my job this week. And so I've been at there 1 week, and it's a lot of learning new things, and I'm loving it so far. Ooh, this is cool. Hey. You. Stop it. Let there be light. I don't know what it is about some of the people not lighting things up. Like, yes, torches everywhere is kind of ugly to start with, but then you go back later and clean it up and make it look nice, and it's fine. But especially when you're trying to build something, it's not, you know, cool to have things coming up to you and interrupting you all the time. Oh man, yeah, this is very, very much in progress, but it is very cool in progress so far. It's like he's making some kind of these box tower structure things on the sides and then get it connected somehow. I don't know, man, I don't know. I think this is BJW who's building that, if I remember right. You can go to the last episode when I looked here, and then I was more for sure. So if I'm saying the same thing as last episode, then yay, I remembered it correctly. Woohoo! So yeah, I don't know how my video is going to be here, you know, schedule-wise for the next while, because I'm still going to be trying to figure that out with my new job and getting settled there and how much energy I'll have and when I have time to do stuff during the week and when I don't. And all of that. I probably would have gotten this episode made a little bit earlier, except this weekend I went by the phone store because I had an old iPhone 3GS that I've been using forever, and I was like, oh, with my new job we use a lot of stuff on like Google Calendars and all these things that would be nice to have a better phone for. Oh, there's barely enough room here. Awesome. And so I was just like, oh, I'm going to go by and see what they have. But I went there, and they had a thing where I could get a tablet for $1 with a new phone. And then also the way that the phone works out now, the AT&T is what I have. My monthly bill is going to be exactly the same, and I have a much better phone. It's not top of the line or anything. You'd probably describe it as a budget smartphone. But compared to my really old phone, ooh, it's so much better. I've been playing around with getting that set up yesterday, so I didn't get around to recording here. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. We took a look at some really cool stuff out here. All sorts of things are shaping up. We've even got a treehouse over here that I just noticed. Look at me being observant. Haha. But yeah, all sorts of things being added, and it's just going to get even better because, here, let me chop pumpkins real quick. I like to do this. Build up my supply. It's not the quickest, but it's fun to chop pumpkins. I don't know. In a few days, like later this week, it's October. That's crazy, guys. But what that means is there's a few more people on Patreon who get on the whitelist now because of the way Patreon works, and it gets, you know, taken out at the beginning of each month or whatever. So there's going to be some new people coming onto the server. It's going to be awesome to see what they had around here. We're going to probably have some new houses popping up. You're going to have some people who are good at building, some people who are like doing redstone or whatever. And it'll just be cool having some different people hanging out on here as well. So let's see, let's put this away, put these bones away, and here's some of the materials I have for hopefully building our fountain. So I'm going to run over there, do a little bit of work, and then we'll see how far I get before I come back and show you guys something. Hopefully it's awesome. I hope you guys are ready because I didn't stop building. I tried a few things. I didn't like what was going on, but I just kept noodling with it, and I was kind of in the groove, so I didn't stop to record. So I'm pretty much finished other than some cleanup work around the area. So I hope you guys enjoy what you see here. Ta-da! It's a big fat tree bush thingy with water coming out of it. When all the trees here are planted, it's not very easy to see, but you can see it from outside the fence. So I'm going to show you a few different angles of this and see what I did inside. I kept it dirt and sand just so it's like the tree's actually growing out of something. Like there's this giant crazy tree here and they're like, hey, you know what? This is a cool thing. Let's make a fountain out of it. Or maybe it's a magical tree that just sprouts water. Who knows? I had the thought while I was building it that maybe this magical tree was here and they decided to build the tree farm next to it because it was irrigating all of the land here, making it all nice and moisturized for the trees to grow. So maybe it's that. Maybe it's just, hey, we want a cool fountain here inside. So we've got lots of water streams coming. It all comes from one source block and then splits all up in there. I kind of built the trunk first, then modified it a bit, then added a bunch of leaves and added some branches to branch off the water basically and make cool paths and stuff for it to fall down. This one, I don't know, it's kind of cool, but it's just straight down. I might modify it, but then I'm trying not to get it to join with that one because it was making it look ugly. So I'll probably keep it as just a single stream, but that's kind of the up close look at the tree. Let's go look at it from outside the fence a bit. Of course, the fence does get in the way a little. So from here it just looks like, hey, there's a gigantic tree. Alright, I don't like how that looks, so we're going to change that. Real quick. Break up that straight line a little bit. One block of leaves, that's all you need. Yeah, there you go. Hey, where do you come from? Go away, zombie. I'm trying to show the people the tree. Like anytime you build a custom tree, I could go back in there and start messing around with leaves a lot. Let's try this view. I like it. You're always adding more leaves than you think when you start, but I just use a combination of oak and spruce leaves so it have a different look to it, which I like. I think it's cool that you see it's like, hey, a ton of water up here, and then it comes down to the bottom. At first I had it was just like this giant log thing that had water over the whole thing, and I was like, nah, I need to add some leaves, so it looks a little bit better than just a giant blob of water. Yeah, you guys are dying now. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so I think that is going to be all for this episode. Hopefully it won't be too long until the next one, but like I said, with my new job, I'm going to kind of play it by ear a little bit, see where I can fit Minecraft in and other games, and when I want to watch my TV shows, all that fun stuff that you don't have quite as much time for when you're at work for 8 or more hours every day. So I hope you enjoyed the tree. Give me some feedback on it. Give me a like if you enjoyed the episode. And I will see you in the next one.